2024, I bought a van and set out on the Big Lap, a 9-month, 35,000 kilometre journey around Australia. I was on not so much a journey of self-discovery as a journey to experience all Australia had to offer, from its red heart to its golden beaches. Australia is not only a country but a whole continent, with vast distances between major urban centres, and within those distances lies an ancient land of astounding beauty, a place of enduring spirit that seeps into your very soul, nestles there and feels like home. In this video, I take you to just some of the most memorable locations, beginning with my first taste of the outback in SA's Flinders Ranges. Not sure that Nessie here's cut out for this road, but I guess we're going to find out soon. There's definitely a sense of isolation driving through here. There's the odd four-wheel drive coming by, but otherwise there's nothing else around here. No cell service, nothing like that. A couple of kangaroos hopping past, and I've seen the odd emu, and that's about it. But oh my god, it is worth it. Razorback Lookout is epic. Now I'm coming into Bunyaroo Gorge, on the way hopefully to Brackena Gorge. And I'm not sure this is actually even a road anymore. We're just driving along the bottom of the creek bed. Oh my goodness. This is fun. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at in both directions. This is very cool. And on the other side, so I've pulled in for the night at Onya Eco Camp, which is just a couple of kilometres out of Blimman. If you're wanting peace and quiet, this is the place to be. There's really very little here, but there's one thing that this place has in abundance: silence. I literally can't hear anything. Even the flies have stopped. I can't remember the last time I heard nothing but silence. Yeah, you know you're in the outback when you see signs like that. The next morning I drove into more remoteness as I headed towards Chambers Gorge for something quite special. Coming down an old dry creek bed in a remote area. I don't think I've ever been anywhere so remote, to look at ancient rock carvings. Oh, I love it. This excites me. They're very faint because they've been here for thousands of years, but if you look closely and take your time, you start to see them. Little did I know I was only just getting started. Nothing could have prepared me for what was further up the creek. What a place.
Oh my God, you just feel how spiritual this place is. It's incredible.
An entire wall 40 feet high, covered in ancient engravings.
Can you imagine what kind of Garden of Eden this would have been once? You've got the rock face there, the creek comes down, a beautiful waterfall. Where I'm standing now would have been a lovely swimming hole. And you've got an art gallery that's thousands of years old. Oh, this would have been such a special place. It still is, but filled with water. Oh my goodness. Wow. I am truly humbled. This is incredible.
Some people are surprised to find Australia has a wild camel population. I encountered a small herd on the drive back. As I continued west, I was really excited to cross the Nullarbor for the first time.
That's 1,200 kilometres of boring, tedious driving with nothing to see, right? Wrong. Out here there's such little traffic that when you do pass someone, you do the Aussie wave and everybody waves to each other. It's really nice. It's like, okay, we're in the middle of nowhere, but there's still a human connection going on. Loving it.
Now, driving in Australia, you're going to see some unusual roadside signs, warning of kangaroos, emus, camels, wombats, arrow-headed black snakes, and drunken drivers. I may have made up the last two.
I'm standing on the edge of Australia. Nothing until Antarctica behind me. These are known as the Bunda Cliffs, and I believe they're either the longest or second longest seaside cliffs in the entire world. Bunda Cliffs is at the edge of the Nullarbor, where the whole continent of Australia just stops and falls into the ocean. Next stop is the Kaiguna Roadhouse. They reckon it's the center of the universe here. Not sure about that. There's not much to do here, but it is a chance to stretch your legs, stop, go to the toilet, grab a bite to eat, and it is a chance to get ready for the next stage, which is Australia's longest straight stretch of road, 145 kilometres from Kaiguna to Baledonia. don't think I've ever been quite so happy to see a curve in the road, but there's one up ahead. So after 145 kilometres and about an hour and a half of driving on Australia's longest straight road, there's a curve. That doesn't seem like much to you, I'm sure, but that was exciting for me.
Further up the WA coast, I met Jamie, another wanderer, and we travelled together for the next 3 months.
You know, when I came to WA, I came for turquoise waters and white sandy beaches. And today, I think I found them.
Today, I continue travelling north with my friend Jamie as we explore the beautiful Coral Coast from Monkey Mia to Exmouth.
About an hour north of Carnarvon is the famous Quobba blowholes. So I've come because they're actually blowing really well today. And the cool thing is, I was driving up the road, you could see the blowholes blowing from about 1 kilometre or 2 from up the road. That's how big they are. All around Australia, a lot of sheep and cattle farms and stations have diversified, and they're actually taking on tourists now, and there's caravan parks and you can camp here too, and Quobba Station is one of those, so that's where I'm staying for tonight.
Quobba Station dates back to 1898, and with its rustic charm, beautiful beach and incredible sunsets, it quickly became one of my favourite campsites.
Oh, I really like this place. It's a sheep station. It feels like it's in the outback, and then you've got this amazing coast right next to the campground. I thought this place was really beautiful, and I was watching the waves, but I looked out further. There are whales out there too. I can see whales just going by. Oh my God, holy moly. I'm just gonna keep this running. This place is amazing. I'm loving it. Whales. Oh, what a good camp, hey? Cheers. Mm. Mm.
I think.
Jamie. Cheers. Great. This is the life. This is living. It's good.
Want you to be mine,
And
want you to be mine.
and just arrived in the small seaside town of Coral Bay on the Ningaloo Reef, and it's wall-to-wall caravans. Right behind me is the beautiful, calm and turquoise waters of Coral Bay, and this is where Ningaloo Reef is, the famous Ningaloo Reef. We're going to go out there a little bit later today. At Coral Bay and Exmouth, it's all about Ningaloo Reef. So let's go snorkeling.
It's cold.
Yeah, it will be cold. Now, Jamie's a non-swimmer, so it was pretty brave of her to get into the water to see one of the world's top 10 coral gardens. The next stage of the trip took me into the dry, red heart of WA. I'm leaving the coast and going inland. I'm going from Exmouth to the spectacular Karijini National Park. That's about an 800-kilometre drive. It's going to take me 2 days to get there. So let's pick up the story when we get on the road on our way to Karijini. Karijini is known for its spectacular gorges. The next morning, we put on our hiking shoes. So we've decided to hike down Hancock's Gorge. There's a series of like 5 gorges, I think there are, right at the top here. And it's a class 5, so it's a little tricky. But it's going to be worth it. Everybody coming up says, yeah, it's worth it. Karijini was definitely one of the highlights of my journey. This hike was such fun. already it's a pretty cool hike. You just got to walk along the ledge, avoid the water until eventually you can't anymore and you go in the water. And I think that's coming up shortly. Fun though, yeah?
It's fun, but yeah.
Is this the best fun you ever had?
Yeah, I know.
Don't know if I mentioned, but this is a class 5 hike. You got, I think, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 5 being the most difficult. But oh my God, that difficulty is rewarded. Look at this. So this is awesome. You have to climb down, you clamber across some rock edges, and eventually you have to get in the water. But it's only knee deep. It's a little bit cool, not too bad. Okay, that was the knee deep section. I think the next one gets like chest deep or chin deep, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not sure if Jamie's gonna keep going because she's not a swimmer. Come on, let's go. Jamie, what do you think? It's freezing. Oh, that was the deep bit. It's not too bad. Okay, come on. It's good. It gets shallows now. Oh my God, this is such fun. Oh, it's getting deeper.
So that's class 5.
Oh fuck! That got. Oh, I didn't mean it. It suddenly got very deep. Go on the side.
We go up there.
Yeah, go on the side because I just stepped in a hole that's gonna get very deep.
Oh, it's too deep.
Yeah, stay on the side if you can. I don't know. I just. Whoa! Now it's swimming. Whoa. Okay, that was pretty deep, that bit. And at the end of the canyon, it comes out to this incredible space. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, it's an incredible amphitheater, except that the canyon just keeps going. So, the last bit is very deep. It's called Kermit's Pool, and I feel like a frog. and you have to swim across. Oh, haven't touched the bottom again. Okay, at this point, the gorge keeps going, but I don't. You're not allowed to go any further. It's too dangerous. This was freaking incredible. I really recommend it. It's a long drive to Karijini, but it's so worth it. Wow, this was such fun.
With its history, food culture and sunsets, Broome was a favourite.
I'm in the beautiful tropical town of Broome. I think it's time to bring out the loud shirt.
In today's video, I explore the beautiful coastal town of Broome in WA's northwest. This is a town of magical sunsets and world-class beaches, where Japanese pearlers have left an indelible mark on the town's history.
So Broome is a cool place, and it's got a pretty good vibe, but it is also a tourist town, and it's a long way from anywhere else, so be prepared to spend when you get here. I do really like the multiculturalism of Broome, the Japanese and Chinese. There's a bit of Thai here now. The food's pretty good. We went out for Thai food last night. It was sensational. So yeah, I like a place that has different food options and different cultures. It feels more alive. I really like that a lot of these buildings are just made out of good old corrugated iron. It gives it real character. Some Pictures has given audiences a chance to watch movies under the stars for more than 100 years. Great way to watch movies. The world's oldest operating picture gardens, established in 1916.
Jamie and I explored the cinema during the day and then came back at night time for a movie night.
Just up the road from Broome, a couple of kilometres, is Cable Beach, the famous Cable Beach. And one of the things you can do at Cable Beach is take a camel ride at sunset. I'm not going to do it. I've already ridden camels. I've ridden camels in the Thar Desert in Rajasthan. It hurt my ass. It was fun, but it hurt my ass.
Broome has the most magical sunsets I've ever seen.
You know, in the past couple of months I've been in deserts and beaches and outback Australia, and now I'm in Darwin, and today I'm going to embrace city life. And the first stop is a Saturday morning, so Jamie and I have come to the Parrot Village Market for some great Asian food.
Parrot Market is on every Saturday morning. This is where you find clothes, handcrafted jewellery and laksa. Plenty of laksa. And Mary's Laksa seems to be the place to go for spicy coconut-based soup.
Chili hot would like a medium hot, really hot, or a little bit.
Okay, a great way to start is a laksa. Mary's Laksa. There's so many places here that sell laksa, and laksa is one of my favourite foods, so I'm going to dig in with a seafood laksa.
I think that's just bad, because when you're traveling and stuff, you end up thinking like...
Great. Look at this.
Getting out of that thing, he just starts laughing.
What have you got, Jamie? You got beef and chicken, yeah? I got veggie.
It's so good.
Veggie and seafood.
And the other one?
Woo. Spicy. Laksa, molten lava in a bowl. Next I've come into the city of Darwin to Austin Lane. This is the epicentre of street art here in Darwin.
The way my hands feel on your body, the way we're dancing in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body, the way we're moving in the dark. With every breath we take, you're falling. Every breath that we're taking, with every step you're falling in love. With every move that I'm making, every breath that we're taking, with every step you're falling in love. With every move that I'm making.
Today we're in the Northern Territory town of Katherine, about 300 kilometres south of Darwin. For a desert region, it has a surprising amount of water.
So first we've come to Nipmuc National Park, and we've come to Edith Falls. This is a beautiful fall, and we get to do some swimming. Yes, because it's bloody hot. It's pretty hot. It's going to be about 36 degrees today, so really looking forward to getting into that water. Oh my god, that is so good.
Ah, it's cold.
It's beautiful. You're fine, just kick your feet. Put your feet up and kick. Okay? You're okay? She's okay, I'm drowning. Come on. Okay, I need my other hand. I need my hand. Wait, then I can swim. How beautiful is this? Oh my goodness. I love the NT. It's awesome.
The next day, we drove a short distance to the impressive Catherine Gorge. Now, you can book a cruise up the gorge, or you can do what we opted for and hire a canoe to paddle yourself upstream. This offers the best of both worlds. It starts with a 30-minute cruise up the first of 13 gorges, and then you explore further at your own pace in a canoe.
If you need to step in.
I can't take canoes away from other people, so I'm not.
Yes.
Sorry.
Alrighty.
Okay. Woohoo! Okay, we're just going to go backwards for a little bit, get out of the way. Okay, it's really peaceful. It's a little challenging. Jamie's never been in a canoe before, so we might have some steering issues. It's been a while since I've done it too, so that doesn't help. But it's lovely. They do say there are freshwater crocodiles here. They say they're just like little puppy dogs. So we are canoeing with wild crocodiles. Apparently they're more afraid of people than we are of them, so they shouldn't bother us. But Jamie's got the hang of it really quickly, so I might just kick back here for a little bit.
Where? Don't do that.
Keep going, Jamie. What a beautiful way to see the gorge. The option was to take a boat ride and go up the gorge, but we kind of did that anyway to get to the canoes. And now we get to see it at our own pace, really slowly, from right on the water. It's beautiful. We continued south until we reached the heart of Central Australia. Today we're exploring the red centre of Australia, and that begins when we arrive late afternoon at Uluru, just in time for sunset. Something like 4 hours out of Alice Springs, you get to Uluru, and oh my god, I'm so happy we're at Uluru. First time seeing it, it's incredible. And van life is the best, because we can just sit in the van and look at Uluru. We made it to Uluru. It's a little cloudy, but I'm hoping we'll still get a sunset shot. We're going to hang about and find out. I feel we're living our best life right now. Pro tip, if you come for the sunset Uluru, bring food. It makes it so much better. Don't like the look of the clouds. There's rain coming. Not sure if we're going to get a sunset. Sunset was a washout, so we pulled the pin and returned to camp. Next morning, we were up early to explore Uluru. So we're at Uluru, and today we've decided to do a little bit of a walk around some of the base of the rock. And of course, Uluru is sacred to the Ananya people, the local traditional people. Needless to say, it's a really impressive rock. And the closer you get to it, the larger it becomes. And you can feel why this is a special place. In the heart, in the dead centre of Australia. So maybe I'll just stop talking and just show you, and maybe hopefully you get a little bit of a feel for the power and the beauty of Uluru. Like, nobody talks about the flies in Central Australia, but they're everywhere. Oh, get off, get off, get off. You know why Australians, you know why Australians, they talk like this, mate. You know why they talk like this? So they don't catch any flies in their mouth. That's why.
3 days of pretty hefty driving, and we finally made it to the East Coast.
I think I've arrived in paradise. I can't believe just yesterday I was driving through dry, arid outback Australia, and now I see this. I'm in the Atherton Tablelands in the hinterland just outside Cairns in Queensland. Today we're going to chase waterfalls and explore this beautiful part of the world. We've come to the beautiful Mila Mila Falls. I could be in Bali, seriously. The Tablelands are not only waterfalls. Here you'll find rainforests, dairy farms, banana plantations, historic towns and hot springs. And that's where we're heading to next. We've come to Init Hot Springs. Now the hot springs are apparently in a creek. There's a caravan park right next to the creek and they've got swimming pools filled with the warm water from the creek. But we're just going into the creek because these are the natural hot springs. Okay, let's test it. Oh, that's freaking hot! Ow! Oh my god, that is a boiling hot spring. Don't go in that one, it's too hot. Ow, 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 my feet. Ow. I did ask the nice lady at the caravan park, and she said some are hot, some are warm, some are cold. Poke around with your toes and you'll find what's what. Yeah, well that's exactly what we're doing. I think we're going to go in.
You're going?
Yeah, we're going to go in.
With what?
I don't know.
Your lips. And it's too hot.
This is like a tepid bath. And let's try over here. Okay, that was like a really hot bath. The others, one's like a very tepid bath and the other's just a cold pool. But then it gets hotter and I'm not game to go back in that because that really hurt the first time. I feel like Goldilocks, right? Too hot, too cold. This one, just right. Next I've come to the quaintly named Gentle Annie Lookout. It has a beautiful lookout over the whole valley and the mountains. You know, after spending months in the Northern Territory in deserts and really dry locations, it's so beautiful to see green again. And there's so much green here in the Atherton Tablelands.
After 3 months of travelling with Jamie, we parted ways in Atherton as she looked for work and I continued travelling. After all those months in the desert, it was time for a tropical island experience.
I'm going to take a boat to the amazing Fitzroy Island. Now, Fitzroy Island is about a 45-minute boat ride from Cairns. It's 97% national park, and it has one of the beaches that was named one of the best in Australia, Nudie Beach. It's a busy ship, ferry, we're about to get on.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's really beautiful. It's a very lovely island with beautiful clear waters and white sandy beaches and coconut palms. What more could you ask for? Now you can do hikes on the island. There is a summit you can hike up to, but it's something like a 2 or 3 hour hike, so I probably won't be doing that because I'd rather be snorkeling and looking for turtles. It's a little bit of a hike to get to Nudie Beach. Nudie Beach is one of the best, considered one of the best in Australia for its crystal clear waters, blue seas and beautiful setting. Beautiful beach. Not soft white sand because it's broken coral, but the colours in the water are amazing. I think we can best see this from the air.
I was really excited to explore some of the lesser known areas as I travelled down the east coast.
I've come to Babinda, about an hour south of Cairns, in the beautiful rainforests of Queensland. This area attracts a lot of people all year round because it has a beautiful swimming hole here. It's also one of the deadliest in Australia. It's a beautiful rainforest, and there's a lovely creek flowing through, and there's boulders everywhere, and it looks idyllic and beautiful, and it's a trap. You can swim here behind me, no problem. It's nice and calm. It's as you head downstream that things change drastically. There are warning signs everywhere, but that doesn't mean that people take heed of those signs. Over the years, something like 21 people have died in this spot. 21. It's Australia's deadliest swimming hole. From that benign swimming hole back there, the current starts to pick up and it gets stronger and faster. And then it hits a series of boulders, and that just creates mayhem. But it's deceptive, because a lot of that mayhem is happening under the surface. On the surface it doesn't look too bad, and that's what tempts people into the waters. And once they're in, it usually doesn't end well. So this whole area is a no-go zone, which means don't go there. It's dangerous. You'll die. And despite all that, yesterday I still saw people who had climbed the fence and gone down to the rocks. And this is how people drown at what's called the Devil's Pool. Apparently aeration prevents you from floating, and the undercurrents just drag you under. And once you're under, there's all these underwater channels and rock formations that prevent you from coming back up to the surface. Once you're in one of those underwater holes, there's pretty much no way you're coming back up alive. The town of Babinda is actually a pretty little sugarcane town. It's got a couple of pubs, it's got a couple of cafes, it's even got some art centres. It's pretty and worth spending some time in town. I like this, the sugarcane railway track runs right through the middle of town. Babinda's about an hour south of Cairns, just off the Bruce Highway. Pretty easy to get to. Cute little town, this. And you can get your spiritual homewares right there. I've come to Meena Creek, and I just wanted to have a little walk to see the waterfall here, but like everywhere in Queensland, Watch out for crocodiles. You can't go swimming in the river. Here's the waterfalls. It's beautiful. And across the creek is Perenella Park. That's a ruined castle built by a Spanish immigrant called Joe Perenella back just past the turn of the century. He wanted to build a castle in the rainforest. That's where we're going next. He had a pretty grand vision. This here used to be the ballroom, and that's the stage over here. But not just a castle. This whole area is filled with grounds of beautiful tropical rainforest. And this is the showpiece. It's quite stunning. I kind of like that it's all overgrown. It seems a bit more mystical. And while the history is really fascinating, it's great, but it's also just beautiful to wander around down these paths and through the beautiful rainforest.
Straight cruising, headed for a bruising, watching out for number one. You gotta slow down and look around you, son. Today is just today and not tomorrow. Where you're going, rest your head. Where you're going, brightness looks big. Where you're going, truth cannot be hid. You gotta get going. Easy now. You gotta get going. Easy now.
Wallaman was definitely one of the highlights of my trip. Something I really wanted to see was Australia's highest waterfall, Wallaman Falls. The journey there took me through sugar plantations, mountains, and rainforest.
I've come to Wallaman Falls. These are Australia's highest waterfall. 269 metres. It just drops 300 meters, almost 300 meters. It just drops straight down. Oh my God. Never seen anything like it.
I camped overnight and then very early in the morning set out to hike to the base of the falls.
Yeah, something tells me this is going to be a tough one. 300 meters, pretty much straight down. Ah, great. See these? These are stinging trees. They'll cause extreme pain if you touch them. All right, Terence, just don't touch the foliage. I mean, you can't come to Australia's highest waterfall and not go to the bottom of it, eh? Yeah, you can look at it from the lookout, but I'm only going to be here once, so I may as well hike down to the bottom. The only thing is, I've started pretty early. I'm the only one on the trail. There's absolutely nobody else here, so if anything goes wrong, I'm probably screwed. Because there's also no phone reception. It's a complete black spot. And now it's getting harder.
The East Coast is filled with hidden gems like Cape Hillsborough.
I've come to Cape Hillsborough, which is not even an hour north of Mackay, and this is a beautiful little hidden gem. This is the beach at Cape Hillsborough. It's a gorgeous beach, lovely little bay. If I look out this way, there's an island out there, and the tide's going down, so there might even be a little land bridge to wander out there. But best of all, every morning, very early, kangaroos come onto this beach. So that's what we're going to do first thing in the morning. From the beach, there's a steep walking trail that'll take you to 3 different lookouts. Andrews Point Lookout, I think it's called. So let's give that a go. Because I've been sitting on my bum most of the day, so it's nice to get out and do a walk.
In the darkness when I'm stumbling, and I don't know what to do, when it all feels overwhelming, I am never over you.
And here's the third lookout. And my goodness, it was worth that hike. And I'm seeing turtles down in the ocean, just at the base of the mountain. There's about 3 of them I see popping up. I'll try and get some on my phone camera.
And I don't know why I'm like this, why I never get enough. In the depths of all my drowning fears, I am covered in your love. And it's then that I'm reminded just how beautiful you are. Even when my faith is falling, you're still carrying my heart. My heart is covered in your love.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I came on this walk. This has been one of the nicest walks I've done in quite a while. Oh, I'm loving it. It's so beautiful. Why is it not filled with thousands of people and bloody resorts everywhere? I'm glad it's not. It's gorgeous. It's all national park, thank goodness for that. So, wow. Cape Hillsborough, one of the nicest places I've seen in quite a while.
Every sunrise, kangaroos and wallabies come to the beach to feast on mangrove seeds and seaweed that may have washed up overnight.
Next I've come to Finch Hatton Gorge. Come here for a beautiful bushwalk and a couple of waterfalls and I think a swim in a beautiful natural swimming hole. I love hiking through the rainforest. Oh, you feel alive. Life is for living. Get out there amongst it.
Trusting your instincts, realize that knowing looks different to each. When living authentic, do more exploring, deeper than knowing just what is essential for life that is thriving. Go deep, mute out the chatter, feel it, burn off the fire, let go until there's peace to your core. Live a life you adore. yourself all that's standing. Live free from worry. Live by just being. Power and finding your wholeness in now. Goldie, mute out the chatter. Feel it, burn off the fire. Let go until there's peace to your core. Live a life you adore. Live a life you adore.
It's not all natural beauty. Sometimes there are quirky things along the way too.
I've come to the city of Maryborough to see a toilet. But this is not just any toilet. This may well be Australia's most beautiful toilet. It's so beautiful, they've called it the Cistern Chapel. So let's go to the toilet.
I was busting to see this.
There's art on all the walls, even up on the ceiling.
This beautiful space is the ladies. Remember, this is a public toilet.
This is fabulous. These flowers are real. The local horticultural society come in every week and put in fresh flowers. Let's have a peek inside. And yes, they are working public toilets. If you need to go, there are toilets here.
And wait for it, there's even a golden throne room.
Oh my goodness. And that is a working toilet. Let me show you. Oh my goodness, I've just noticed there's even a chandelier here.
With all this art, I was feeling a little pooped, but undeterred, I pushed on.
That was the ladies. Now I'm going to wander into the men's. So this is what the urinal looks like. So you can pee with Apollo looking over. You'll be flush with success. And the art goes all the way up the wall, right up over the ceiling as well. Let me show you that. And the toilet itself has a nautical theme, which is a nod to Hervey Bay just up the road.
Sometimes as you travel, you just have to push past your fears. Nearby is Girrawheen National Park, where I had one of the most memorable hikes of my life.
All right, got my first view of the mountain they call the Pyramid. That's where I'm going. And it's an easy walk now, but when you get to the base of that mountain, apparently it's very steep. You're scrambling up rocks, up granite, and there's no safety barriers. So this is really going to test my chronic fear of heights. The other danger is I'm hiking alone, so if something goes wrong, there's no one to save me, and there's no phone reception, of course. So just got to be careful. GoPro won't really show how steep that is. That's a good 50, 60 degrees maybe. Oh. So here goes. Slowly, slowly, Terry. Just bit by bit. Okay, last really steep push. Let's do this. Just focus on what's ahead of me. Don't look down. And I got this. Shit, that's really steep. Alright, I gotta rest. Oh man. I'm having serious doubts about this. Oh man. I don't know where I'm going. I think the path goes here. But does it go up or down there? I don't know. Far up. Far out. Looks like it goes up. There's a line here. I need 2 hands for this. Alright, thankfully I don't have to go up the steepest bit. I kind of go around, but there's a steep drop to the side. I don't even want to look at it. It's a sheer cliff. Things I do. My Lord. Well, that was scary. I slipped. I don't think I was in any danger of falling right off a cliff, but it's still scary. Wow. I think I underestimated how hard this was going to be. Well, I made it, and I'm proud of myself for making it, and the view was definitely worthwhile.
I drove through the snowy mountains and Victorian high country as I made my way back to my hometown of Melbourne. Australia is a vast land with so many stunning landscapes, and life on the road is utterly liberating and brings out the curious wanderer in all of us. If you're thinking of doing your own big lap, I urge you, just go. I promise you won't regret it.